Hello everyone, welcome to week 8 in our subject Law Enforcement Organization and Administration. So our topic for today is police personnel management. We are going to discuss the concept of police personnel management and identify the unit of the PNP responsible for the overall management of the organization. We will start with several terms to ponder. Management. This is the process of organizing, leading, and controlling the efforts of the organization members, utilizing available resources to achieve organizational goals. Personnel management. This is the field of management involving planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the efforts of a group of people toward achieving a common goal with maximum dispatch and minimum expense. Then we have personnel administration. This is the technique of organizing and handling of people at work in all levels and types of management. Supervision, it refers to the leadership and direction of employees towards the objective of getting work done and accomplishing the organization's objectives. It consists of directing and controlling work, training and developing employees in knowledge, work, skills, habits, and attitudes, and will to work, coordinating efforts of workers, reviewing and evaluating the work, results, methods, techniques, and attitudes of groups and individuals. Let us have managing self effectively. So how do we manage ourselves effectively? First, re-examine your goal. In managing ourselves, we should consider if the goals that we have are attainable within the level of our capabilities. Kaya ba natin itong ma-achieve in our own ways sa ating kakayahan? So we should apply some of the principles in research, which is measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. And then engage in systematic appraisal. This is the process of evaluating ourselves, that we must accept our mistakes and adapt the corrections. Next is check your job satisfaction level. It is very important for an employee to check his job satisfaction level. This will serve as the basis of self-improvement. So ito na lang ba ang kaya kong gawin, or can I still improve it, or can I do more than this? Then have a clear value and priorities in life. We should prioritize the things that will satisfy our needs. Let us set aside our wants for the fulfillment of our duty. Setting aside our wants for the fulfillment of our duty. So giving priority to the things that will satisfy our needs. Assess impact on others. So we should consider our impact on others by observing them and also ourselves. We should ask others' evaluation of us in order to seek our strengths and weaknesses. So through others, we can pinpoint our strength and weaknesses so that we will know on what aspect are we going to improve. Review work style. Okay, we should live in accordance with the ethical standards of law enforcers and also of civilians. We should consider the things that will make us a better person. Let us prioritize those things that will help us to achieve our goals in life. Gauge your performance and contributions. So let us evaluate ourselves by setting standards and checking them. If we meet those standards, we should identify the things that need improvement. Experience and experiments. They say that experience is a very good teacher. It will impart us the wisdom that we can use in every similar situation. Experiments are very important in addressing situations that are unknown to us. Let us move on to the nature of management. First, management of money. In an organization, the management of money is very important. It is where budget, expenditures, and fund allocation are being financially managed in accordance with the vision and mission of the PNP. Then we have management of method. In an organization, the management of methods is very important. It is where the plans are being formulated in order for the organization to address present and future problems. This includes also the procedures and processes. For example, police operational procedures. Then, management of materials. In an organization, the management of materials or logistics is very important in the attainment of the goals and objectives of the organization, especially in providing the needs of every member of the organization. For example, a mobile car, maintenance of machines, and facilities. Because without this, then there is no operation. No? These materials and logistics are very important for the organization to operate. Management of men. Among the different nature of management, this is the most important. Personnel is the most important component of an organization. Without them, the vision and mission of the PNP organization will not be attained. We have the police personnel in records management, who is responsible support unit that manages both personnel of the PNP and all records or documents of the PNP regarding their personnel. Next, we have the theories of police management. We have 6 theories. First is scientific management in the organization. This is by Frederick Taylor. This theory emphasizes on planning, standardizing, and improving human effort in the operational level of the organization. Then we have the bureaucratic model of organization by Max Weber. It gives emphasis on the characteristics of bureaucracy, division of labor, centralization of authority, rational program of personal administration, rules and regulation, and written records. Then we have the principles of organization by James Money and Alan Riley, which consider coordination as the preeminent element of organizational designs. So coordination is the mother of principles. Then we have the Theory X and Theory Y by Douglas MacGregor. Theory X assumes that employees dislike work, lack ambition, avoid responsibility, and must be directed and coerced to perform. So there are employees like this in an organization. Then we have the Theory Y. It assumes that employees like work, seek responsibility, and they are capable of making decisions and exercise self-direction and self-control when committed to a goal. Then we have scientific management in an organization by Frederick Taylor. Taylor emphasized on planning, standardizing, and improving human efforts in the operational level of the organization. Taylor was considered as the father of scientific management. We have here the 4 principles of scientific management by Frederick Taylor. First, replace working by rule of thumb or simple habit and common sense. And instead, use the scientific method to study work and determine the most efficient way to perform specific tasks. Second, rather than simply assign workers to just any job, match workers to their jobs based on capability and motivation. Kung ano yung kapabilidad nila, kung ano yung expertise nila, kung ano yung linya nila, no? And train them to work at maximum efficiency. Third, monitor worker performance and provide instructions and supervision to ensure they're using the most efficient ways of working. And then last, allocate the work between managers and workers so that the managers spend their time planning and training, allowing the workers to perform their tasks efficiently. Then we have the general management theory. This is the 6th theory of police management by Henry Fayol, who emphasized the elements on forecasting, planning, organizing, command, coordination, and control. There are principles of management by Henry Fayol. First is division of work. Divide work in specialized tasks and assign responsibilities to specific individuals. Division of work leads to specialization, and specialization increases efficiency, improves the productivity and profitability of the organization. Authority and responsibility. Delegate authority along with responsibility. There should be balance between authority or power and responsibility or duties. Next, we have the next principle of management by Fayol. Discipline. Employees must obey and respect the rules that govern the organization. Good discipline is the result of effective leadership, a clear understanding between management and workers, regarding organization rules and the judicious use of penalties for infractions of the rules. Kapag merong mga violation. Unity of command. Each employee has one and only one boss or commander. So, subordinate must report to one superior. Then we have unity of direction. All activities which have some objectives must be directed by one manager and he must use one plan. Direction also means leading. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. Okay, when at work, only matter related to the job or duties should be focused, pursued, and taught. The individual interest should be given less importance, while the general interest should be given most importance. Okay? So kapag nasa trabaho ka, iset aside mo muna yung individual interest mo. At bigyan priority yung general interest. Remuneration. So this is very important. Payments of salaries and incentives for workers in appreciation of their service. This principle should give maximum satisfaction to both employer and employees. Bakit? Kapag naibibigay ang tamang salary at incentive sa mga workers or employees, they tend to work more and give their best. And that will give satisfaction to the worker or employee himself and also to the employer. Then we have centralization, wherein decisions are made from the top, tapos pababa, down to the lowest level. Scalar chain, it refers to numbers of levels in the hierarchy from ultimate authority to the lowest level in the organization, having a formal chain of command from top to the bottom. Then order. The workplace facilities must be clean, tidy, and safe for employees. Everything should have its place. Equity, equality of treatment without indiscrimination for the gender, creed, or ethnicity. Equity creates loyalty and devotion in the employees. Then we have stability of tenure of personnel. Employees work better if job security and career progress are assured to them. An insecure tenure and high rate of employee turnover will affect the organization adversely. Then we have initiative, that is the eagerness to do something on the part of the employee. Then we have the esprit de corps, means union is strength. Personnel should develop team spirit. Every employee must work as part of the team. Managers must develop a feeling of belongingness among their employees. Then we will come to the seventh theories of police management. We have the science of administration. This is by Lothar Golich and Lyndall Orwick. It is applied in police personnel management. So under here we have planning. This is the process of selecting goals and determining how to achieve them. Next, we have organizing, the process of making an organization fit with its objectives, resources, and environment. And then we have staffing. This is the act of placing personnel to the positions in the organizational structure, considering their qualifications. We have here the different activities of staffing. First is recruitment. This is the process of encouraging job applicants from an organization to seek employment in an organization. Next, we have selection. It is concerned in screening out undesirable candidates after they have applied and appointing the best qualified. Then we have appraisal. This is the process of measuring performance. Next, we have training. This is the act of improving the ability required in the current job. Development. This is the act of improving the ability required in the future job. Directing. This is the process of giving orders, commands, directives, or instructions to personnel in order to rule or guide them in accomplishing the goals or objectives of an organization. Coordinating. This is the manner of integrating the different elements within and outside of an organization into a harmonious relationship. Then we have recording, the system of classifying and compiling written communications going inside and outside of an organization. Then we have budgeting. It is the management of income and expenditures within the organization. So this ends our discussion. For your activities, for your activity 1, I gave you multiple choices. And for your activity 2, an essay type. I will advise you to refer to the suggested readings for you to have an additional input in your essay type. So thank you, and until the next lesson.